Romiak pulls right back up. Poke check by Keller, still loose in front. Keller down, they score! Poked home by Romiak.
To generate a chance, it sets up Hosig in front, but I love this drive to the short side. Yes, Keller gets it with a poke check, but it starts all the trouble. And the only question is this going to be goalie or...
Out to center ice. In comes Dare with it. Drops it back. Baudouin shot, scores!
That was some kind of release by Baudouin. Good speed by Dare, drive it back. Puck gets a little gapped out, but...
Čajkovic works that back to Rosendic. Shoot, scores!
By Regenda, who darts in front of the eyes of Keller, and he loses sight of it.
Whips it wide. That caught a piece of Norm on the goaltender. Engelbrat back on the ice. Is set up in the slot. Gauthier shoots and scores.
In his second game of this tournament, puck misses the net. Nice job recovering it, gathering Smith, Pinto.
Lacombe called for it. He'll take it off the boards. 1-0 United States on a goal by Gauthier. Keller faked the shot. Now he scores.
Spots on the ice, lots of motion, puck moving, bodies moving, and look at all 5 Norway players. They're just standing in the middle. They want to protect the ice. That's not going to work. Nice job from Logan Cooley.
Solberg lines over towards Berglund. They'll split up. Solberg avoids O'Connor. Shoots, scores! This kid's
skill, watch the patience right there. He goes to the right and pulls it as he walks the line, earns himself some ice.
Thomas Olsen banged it in, but quickly Nazar coming through center ice and into the zone, drops it for Thompson. He cuts to a better angle, poked away. He got it back and he scores!
Clear, Engelbrat just gives him the one-time opportunity and puts it right back to traffic there. That gets tipped on route, actually.
Now Martinson had it ricochet off. O'Connor's driving, centering pass, they score! Mike McCarron for the United States.
Beautiful pass, excellent finish to fourth line for the USA. They get a piece of the action, 4-1.
Cooley will sweep it back to him. Up top for Werenski. Cooley penetrates. Thompson shoots, scores! That's 2 for Thompson, and it's 5-1 US.
Twice in this game, and it's just way too much time for the US here on the outside. You give them seams, like I said earlier. If you're gonna...
It is 5-1 US, 2-man advantage. Shot by Solberg, and he scores again. Stian Solberg with his second power play goal.
And watch him in high ice as he just pulls it, walks down Main Street, and
Garland. Ronald maybe with a chance. Martin Ronald sprinting toward the goal. Ronald fires and scores!
Gritty roll for this team, a great angle as he plucks that from Connor Garland and shows great speed to get up the ice and shoots it without breaking stride.
Tees it up, fine pass, Peak, put it to the front of the goal. Lots of players there. Clearing attempt, kept in, but now stolen away. And here comes Noah Steen, right in, scores!
And there it is, off the foot of Vlasic, flat-footed, and Steen mirrors him, and he's gone. And Swayman doesn't look particularly great on this.
One of the U.S. players, Shea, ran into Swayman. They're both back and standing tall. Tipped to the front of the net. Brunsegg knee guard. Solberg shoots. He scores!
Number 72, the 19-year-old first-round draft pick for the Anaheim Ducks, finds the back of the net for the third time.
By Cooley to Clayton Keller. He'll creep to the dot. Back for Cooley. Thompson scores! Tage Thompson with a hat-trick goal, and the U.S. wins it in overtime.
For Tage Thompson, and the United States are going to win this one and earn themselves 2 points with an overtime win.
Denmark hanging on to it for a long time. Mullegard to Koch. Down to the corner. Blickfeld, slot pass. There's a draw. They score!
Rips one as he fades away to the top corner over the glove of Pavlenka. It's a beautiful shot. Great.
And Denmark winning the draw. Marcus Lordsson to Jensen. Russell centers and score! Trua!
First things first, win the faceoff, get into structure right there. You know what? There's a direct mindset. Pass, shoot, score.
Speed from Starchenko off the wing. Starchenko Bobbled it a little bit, threw it in, and he scores! Starchenko on a harmless-looking play, banked it off the goaltender.
Lose control, gain control, and that may have created a bit of confusion. Right there, you can see the puck rolling, whoops, and he just throws it into the air. It's a
Olesen circles. Brugiesers at the blue line. Olesen to the dot. Shot. Stick save. Rebound. They score! Pizza!
And on that note, 2 for 2 on the power play for Denmark. A great job from Olesen.
5-on-3 for Kazakhstan, but the special teams game going to them. Trua is in alone. Trua scores! Alexander Trua!
Outstanding job from Alexander Trua and Denmark to gather momentum and keep it. He cuts into the middle of the ice for an entire.
So is Denmark. They needed this win, and they're going to increase the lead. They score, and it's 5-1. Olsen puts it into the open cage.
4 goals in their first 3 games, and they score 5 as well. Empty net against Kazakhstan. Malfunction at the junction there for Kazakhstan at their own bench, and Olesen.
Pettersson wins that draw back to Rasmus Andersson. Walks right and shoots, scores!
Off the faceoff, Lindholm wins it back to him. So Ravinskis is trying to work a switch, and Lachbelis.
His last IIHF event was 11 years ago. The under-18s in 2014. Another shot. This time for Brody. Rebound, score!
And that's going to be a timeout for Latvia. You can feel it coming, Gordon. You can only ask so much of your defensive zone coverage.
Lundestrom picks that free and goes rink wide to Raymond. Lucas Raymond in front of Phil Carlson, drops it back. Raymond scores!
All game long. It's way inside for Horenkos, but drops it back, and then Raymond gets inside his check as well.
Went on to win the bronze medal game in overtime against the United States. Larson back with it, tees it up and shoots, deflected, score!
Catches a piece of a Latvian player and comes back into the net. Where's this puck going to end up?
Zibanejad centers it, bouncing puck, score! We really got all of that.
He didn't just tap it in. He'd be hard pressed to finish that well at the other end. Bar down.
Back to Gustafsson. To Raymond. Bouncing back, Froden sends it back door, and Lindholm scores!
Lindholm's had a nice tournament. Every time you mentioned it, you retrieve a puck, it makes it so much easier in the power play. The penalty killers get tired, the rotations are not as quick, and all of a sudden you have